yenda mkopo. Lakini yenda mkopo ndiyo ola kwetu twazonya maisha mi ola nivo shikondi bana deni ya mtu ine shikondi bana deni. Lakini watu sanga nivo mene tolemo we mwana nivo le legit mbaka mwana nivo ole bile himu mobe malipo kwa mfano. Mana ba marente yobe yo mulipa lakini mala mange ko ba ichangana mango ati yenda ata credit ya mtu kali ili ole mama malengo mu ondo ole. Kwa hiyo ine au inspire ine mbaka sasa officially yenda bitu na mutumi ongana ni bibe am business elo mbaka baada sasa yanji itocha banje bato surtout connection na mwana itocha ni ile abo yuai ba bembe tulo ba yuai manga tafadhali.
Yena, would you share some of your experiences going into professional spaces as a woman of color, as a Black woman, and essentially as a Bembe tribes woman who is the first in many rooms.
Right.
The very, very first in many, many rooms. You know? What does that look like for you? How do you prep yourself to enter rooms that our ancestors would have never thought of being in?
Right. Good question. So for me, I'm gonna just preface by saying I am a very authentic person. So I always say wherever I go, I am who I am. I don't change for people and I don't make myself small for anybody.
Amen to that.
So even when I was a teenager, even when I was in my 20s, my early 20s, that's something that's always been in me. But also knowing that, okay, in many places I am alone, I've made it my point to basically seek out people that know more than me, that can help me be the best person when I enter those rooms. So I take mentorship and coaching very seriously. I have mentors in almost every space of my professional life. And they mentor me, but I also have people who are coaches. So these are people that have helped me advance in my career.
Right.
So they've taken upon themselves, like I am their nice, beautiful, very intelligent project. And because maybe they value me and they see the value that I bring into the table, to the places and stuff, they make it a point to make sure that they give me the best of the resources and stuff. So that means maybe introducing me, making introductions, you know. Most of
Talking
the jobs
about you in rooms that
I never expected.
Yep.
I never expected it. Yeah, like example, right? I went to college, you know. Literally, one of the first thing I said was, either these professors gonna become my best friend, or we gonna know each other. By the time I graduate, we will know each other.
I will get my money's worth.
Yeah, so I made it a point to just, you know, I seeked out people that I knew were doing things that I maybe wanted to do. And I wasn't shy. I guess just try. If you're a shy person, just practice, you know? But when it came to me personally with my own personal goals, I'm never shy about reaching out. So I've always been like, okay, that person is doing something that I'm really interested in. No londeo.
Yes.
So that's always been who I am. And I'm very thankful. I should also preface by saying that I've just been very blessed to have people who see me even from afar, and they're attracted either through my energy, or they see my skills, or they see my ambition, and they're like, you know what? I want to get to know that person. You know, and they always find their way to me too.
And the thing about it is,
well,
there are so many of those people out there.
Yeah.
When they approach you, be approachable. Tafadhali.
Yeah. And don't be shy to share yourself. And I think that's why I'm always saying, like, when you walk into a room, when you go somewhere and you're just yourself, you don't need
people
to sell.
People are attracted to that.
You don't need to sell yourself to somebody. You don't need to prove so many times that you can do this, you can do that. Because people naturally will see, okay, there's something here, and they will want to find out too. So I'm a curious person, but also I have my own personal goals. I have professional goals. And when it comes to wanting certain things, I've always made it my business to get to know people, that are doing things that should be my business. So yeah, I would say don't be shy. Approach people that are doing things that you want to do, because that is the best way for you to learn. Be coachable. If you want to be successful in life, especially in business, you have to be coachable.
Right.
You have to have somebody who can teach you what you don't know.
Mhm.
I have my business now, but it literally took years of me, going over here, talking to this person and learning how do you do a business, a consulting business? How do you build a consulting agency in the political world?
Right.
Because at some point I was like, okay, I think I've outgrown working for a particular organization. Like, I have my own goals now. I know the type of people I want to work with. I know exactly what I can give out. I know what I'm good at.
Right.
And if I am able to be hired, I know I can bring results. So how can I do that? But I own 100% of the work.
Nice.
And I asked my mentors, and they were like, we'll teach you.
That's
Who
nice.
do you want to talk to?
And you learned.
And I learned. And but that's just a part of me. Some people, maybe curiosity doesn't come naturally to you. Maybe asking questions doesn't come naturally to you. But if you want certain things, you have to be willing to go outside of your comfort zone to learn what is necessary to get what you want and to build a life that you want, either personally or in your business.
So being ondani re-emphasized hele the fact that itocha maswali ibana nia naitaka itume ishamalia majibu mupaka. Kama uboki wana abole jifunze ishabana abole. Nikielele bana bituma manga ba ochibwa ibana abole into. Let me dispel that right now for you. Abole tinto. Humility ale mtu. Lakini itena nibo shyness ale mtu. Tele kweli.
Yeah.
Abole akyobe amtu. Humility yani chile characteristics cha mtu nibo ole nabo mtu. Imtu.
Yeah.
Lakini ibana abole ti mtu. Kama ukiba mwana wa abole na wale ochibwaka ibana abole jifunze ishabana abole lumbaka ishabana abole chitome obe oji presente mbele abakyongo matano boss bamungwelela hobe lumbaka ya tomo be abole mbele yabo ohongea yobe kweli etebi atenda na ohimana na watumi ebila bioikelele lumbaka ole na chilia expertise, lakini unaba na expertise lakini kama tomo ibe ambele ya watu chila chobe expertise cho wana na okabudi oyana abyo na osenda ochi wana tabishi saidie yobe bondi ata etota emo.
Another thing I'm going to add to that also is kama moyo seek out advice. Mtolia ongea omo kabile advice am alone. So they're watching you. Are you putting it into practice?
Yeah.
And stuff. Are you getting the results that you want? And if you're not, they will know you're bullshitting. You're
and
bullshitting.
They will drop you.
They will drop you,
like
and they're not gonna. And so like you also have
because they're wasting their time on you.
Yeah, kama munda mdoka kabile value mo maisha na wonge tolija value ba ek.
Right. Exchange. Exchange.
So kama mdoka kabile advice, they're looking at you. They're seeing if you're actually putting into practice exactly what you're saying that you're gonna do. And if this is somebody who's serious, and they've invested valuable time to teach you something and you don't do it, they may not do it again.
Right.
Or you just close a door for somebody else that maybe looks like you, that maybe with the same background as you you're closing the door for possibly other people. And I think like for me, I've always been conscious about that because in certain instances or relationships, I go into like mentorship or coaching relationships. I'm the first interaction from anyone that looks like me or anyone from my background. So I always say like, I'm not gonna change myself, but I will conduct myself in a way that I don't close the door for anyone else that comes behind me.
Yeah.
So that like valuing people and their time and their expertise to help you elevate yourself is really important. Being like a person of gratitude. Like I always say thank you to anyone that helps me along. Like even if it's very small, even if it was like, oh, I can connect that person. Like sometimes you want numbers of people who are big, but you're like, I don't know if that person even knows I exist.
Right.
But you can ask somebody, and they're putting their professional, like they're putting themselves on the line.
Reference.
For you. So when you go, when they give you that reference, when they take the time to introduce you, it may seem small, but for them, they're putting also like, you know, themselves,
their relationship to that person,
you know,
online. And I want to talk about that.
So I always very much think about that everywhere I go, because I don't want to waste people's time, but I also want to make sure that they know I value what they're doing in my life as well. So
right. And I just want to add that, like, tatuna shukran. Tatuna shukran.
Yeah.
Mbakalwa kama ole mbato basangwa hano babutumi abito bemutakitumi. Na babu bato ba undi osaidia, or like ba o introduce, ba o locha ya olonge mtu, right?
Try your hardest.
Do me as the very best you can. Yakikisha kwamba nibo tumoji represent longe obinos oshimo represent longe na olya mtu wa etabile wa o introduce olo longe mtu. Lombakalwa heke bo relationship ele on the line. Lakini betu watu mama ngapa mzee no introduce mtu nusuku ayo tumia ete nani ayo tumia achina umuntu fulani osungwa ole mtu nibo ole mtu olo tumaka ono, they weren't accountable for their action. Tababi mo show up, tababi mo tumia abino. Not only are you wasting their time, like now,
reputación.
Not even like you calling them to Marciano now. Mango game to long anachotani. Oh, Natachin Saada, I need connection. Now, Mango Nacho Emma, because why would I? You know, so.
Tabale credible.
Yeah, para Mango shini about long.
Oh no, tafadhali tojifunze yo etu.
Yes.
Ata kama ale nibo ntotu okyo tumi o agence ni kiungwa bibito ole wani all the time.
Yeah.
Nibo o shile service fulani yafu ngolo sta fulani na bile na bola mto nibo o la batu hao oso pikelo wale batu simu waya o sha aya eno yacho up, so you didn't think it was important. Obe inani informolia mto nibo shishiveo. You're not committed to your own goals.
Yep.
Kama ubitole committed ochobe goals. Oba committed o goals chabeni.
Yeah.
So thank you for saying that. That like those are big points.
Yeah.
Big points.